skydiving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning. That's right, I should do it to people first. Too late now. All right. Come on. Come on. While we're waiting on that, we'll go do this. Okay, boop-a-doo. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-boo-boo. Doo-doo. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-boop. All right, that one's done. Everything's moving kind of slow. Ooh, that one went quick. All right. It caught up. All right. And restream. There we go. All right. Takes a while for people to get here anyway, so that's okay. That's all right. It's a nice cool day in Colorado. Nice and cool. I'm going to open all the windows today. Get some fresh air in here. Fresh air. All right. And, you know, yeah, I didn't bother. Trying to figure the best way to put it. Maybe the best way to put it is this. I'm tired of weak people, man. You know, I talk to a lot of different people and stuff, but you know, there are some people that started this whole shit show and they refuse. They're like, I don't want to be a part of it. It's like, well, you started it. And if you want to be a part of this, then you need to stop being fucking weak and report. Well, I don't want to be a snitch. Well, then get the fuck out. Okay? Because all you're doing is making our job a lot harder. That's all you're doing. That's all you're doing. All right. Let's get to some real stuff. Welcome to Daily Trudge. I also don't celebrate National Recovery Month. What a scam. That's a scam. I'm going to be writing about that after this. Welcome to Daily Trudge. I don't do all Recovery Month. Why should I do Recovery Month? I do it every day. Okay? It's just another, we do not need things set aside for us. And all it's become is, let's fight stigma. You can't fight stigma. We talk about that all the time. Don't fight stigma. You're just going to get into a fight. If you're here, please say hello. Okay? These people are going through things. Quit running around starting fights. Is that what you tell me to do? Stop fighting. Stop starting fights, Dion. Okay, then. Can't be angry or hate anything. You got to be neutral. All right. Let's get started. We're often told that alcoholics and addicted persons are perfectionists, impatient about any shortcomings, especially our own. I don't know about that. Your shortcomings irritate me just as much as my own. But what does that make it? It makes it a you spot it, you got it. That's what that makes it. Yeah. You know, this is about understanding what's going on with me, not with other people. And there's so many people in this world that it'd be easy to go ahead and distract myself with bullshit. Yeah, it's easy to be distracted by bullshit in this world. Happens to me quite often. We tend to set impossible goals for ourselves, struggling fiercely to reach our unattainable ideals. Why do we do that? We do that because it gives us an excuse to drink. See, I would set my goals very high so that I could fail, so that I could have a reason to drink. Yep. Or I would do something really, really good, and a day or so before it was supposed to happen, I would go on a binge because I was excited. I was drinking about something beyond my control. I was too excited. I couldn't handle myself. Let's celebrate. Week goes by, I've missed the important date, and it's over with. What does this allow me to do? It allows me to drink some more. Oh, poor me. Poor me. Pour me another drink. These are the attitudes that we have, which intensify our drinking. Okay. But an excuse is an excuse is an excuse, and it's all it is. Okay. And if I need to come up with an excuse to drink, I should probably stay away from it. But yeah, that's what I did is I set my ideals and my standards way too high. I set things up to fail intentionally. Our problems are of our own making. I created these problems so I could keep drinking. That's how I justified it in my mind. Then, of course, since no person could possibly meet these extremely high standards we demand of ourselves, we find ourselves falling short. Yeah. And we do this to ourselves in the program too. This can be old behavior, man. The fourth and fifth step, you can do that to yourself. The third step, the eighth and ninth, the 12th. Don't sell yourself short, but understand your limitations. And even not necessarily our limitations, but what our lane is. You know, what's my lane? Alcoholism is my lane. Right? If I can help somebody beyond that, great. Discouragement and depression set in. We anxiously punish ourselves for being less than superhuman. The next time around, rather than setting more realistic goals, we set them even higher. Got too close to accomplishing that goal, I better set it higher. This is the thought process of an alcoholic. And I know because it's my thought process, and I'm an alcoholic. That's how I know what goes on in your head. That's why I know some things that's why I know something is bullshit, because I did it too. That's why. Not because I have an opinion or I think that, but because I've been there and I did it and it was wrong and I know it. That's how I know. I pushed my luck. I manipulated. You bet. You want to know why I'm so good at fraud? Because I know how to work the system. Yep, because I work the system. I know how to work the system. I know how to circumvent the government on certain things. That's how I know you're doing it. Right? Yep. And then we fall further, then punish ourselves more severely. Isn't it about time I stopped setting unattainable goals for myself? You know what can feel like an unattainable goal? Getting off the hooch, getting off the alcohol. That can feel like an unattainable goal. It did to me. I had a lot of frothy emotional appeal. A lot, you know. But at the same time, I went to detox for 2 years asking for help and never got any. Not once. You know. Right now I'm a little upset with some people about the detox coming up. They just don't want us a part of it. They just, it's all appeasement. And I feel the need to put it in their fucking face. But it might ruin what I'm trying to get done. It sucks. I don't like playing this game. And it is a game. And I'm tired of it. It's a high school game. Adams County said they wanted to hear from their people. But when it comes time to hear from the people, they hand out the money and then they let you talk, just like they did to me. And I'm still upset about it. Right? Anyway, today I pray, may God temper my own image of myself as a super person. I still do that. I got to watch it. I have a codependency problem. Not like I used to. I learned strong boundaries. My cat is hanging from he always hangs from shit. You see him? He's hanging there. Come for the reflection, stay for the cats. Right? All right. I settle for less than perfection for myself as well as others, where only God is perfect and I'm limiting by being human. Today I'll remember I am not God, I am only human. But just the other day we were talking about perfection. So what the heck? All right, I have something else I wanted to read. There it is. Okay. I like this. This was the thought for the day from Hazelton. Not a day at a time, Hazelton. 24 hours a day, Hazelton. Thought for the day. One of the mottos of AA is first things first. This means that we should always keep in mind that alcohol is our number one problem. We must never let any other problem, whether of family, business, friends, or anything else, take precedence in our minds over our alcoholic problem. Yeah, it's got to come first. First things first, right? That's what they're talking about. You come first. You got to take care of yourself first. Or these other things, family, business, friends, ain't going to matter because my attitude's going to suck, right? So if I take care, just like my spiritual malady, I take care of my spiritual malady and the rest is going to fall into place. Okay? Not always, you got to do some work. As we go along in AA, we learn to recognize the things that may upset us emotionally. Those are our triggers. Those are triggers. And we must be responsible for our triggers. Okay? I know people can be jerks, but you got to be responsible for your triggers, man. It's the only way to true freedom. And you're not going to be able to set healthy boundaries until you take care of your triggers first. Because your boundaries have to do with self-esteem. So how do you get self-esteem? Well, you do esteemable things. Help other people without any recognition. That would be esteemable. Okay? When we find ourselves getting upset over something, we must realize that as a luxury we alcoholics can't afford. Anything that makes us forget our number one problem is dangerous to us. Am I keeping sobriety in first place in my mind? It's got to be, right? Now, what happens when I get out of my lane? Let's say I decide that I want to work with drug users and which I do, but I'm just creating an example here. then I'm ignoring the alcoholic. And the alcoholic is in, okay, for me is number one. If you're a drug addict, if you're a recovering drug addict, then the drug addict is your number one priority. See, you take care of drug addicts, I take care of the alcoholics. Then we can all come together and celebrate. Then we can. Then it's legitimate. Then we all have one thing in common. It'll be the one thing that binds us, because alcoholism and addiction to drugs is a little different. Okay? And we got to understand that. I read about it for an hour yesterday, and we were amazed before we were halfway through. I'm hoping the one person here got that joke. All right, meditation for the day. Spiritual progress is the law of your being. Wow. They gave us the business, didn't they? Spiritual progress is the law of my being. What is a law? Well, it's something that I got to follow, or there's going to be consequences. Try to see around you more and more of beauty and truth, knowledge and power. Those are dangerous words. Okay? Beauty and truth. The truth. I'm finding the truth. And the truth is, we're in trouble. That's the truth. Okay? I see beauty. I have a lot of knowledge and power. There's too many people running around with power that don't know how to handle it already. So I best be careful when it comes to power. Okay? When it comes to power, this is the way that I see it. Me. I have power over me. That's it. I have the power to change somebody's mind? Only if they're open-minded and willing. But otherwise, no. What will it become? A fight? I don't know what they've been through. Maybe they had an alcoholic in their life that fucked their life, and they just don't believe, and they tried and they tried and tried, and this person failed, and they ended up dying drunk, fixating on their own vomit. They may not believe you. They may not believe you ever. That has been their experience, and they want nothing to do with you. Leave them the fuck alone, would you? Okay? This whole trying to change people's minds on stigma. It ain't going to work. Where is it? It's in the 12 by 12. I'll find it. The law of spiritual progress gives meaning and purpose to your life. Always expect better things ahead. So what's the saying? Expect the best, accept the rest. Okay? And that leads us towards perfection. Even though we're not going to be perfect, and we're not going to set too high a goals, right? You can accomplish much good through the strength of God's Spirit in you. Never be too discouraged. The world is sure to get better, in spite of setbacks of war, hate, and greed. Be a part of the cure of the world's ills rather than part of the disease. And that's where I stand. I do what I can to help others heal. I cannot heal you. I can't do that. I don't have that power. Okay? I do not have the power to heal, but I can use my experience, strength, and hope to lead you to a place where you can heal. I can do that, and I can be there for you the whole time. Can't do the work, can't open the door. I can clear away the ground. I'll hang out with you. I got time. I consider myself a forever person. That means if I've ever worked with you and I didn't tell you to fuck off because you passed my boundary, you're welcome to call me. But if you pass my boundary, it's going to start with an amends, or don't call me. Prayer of the day. I pray that I may keep progressing in the better of life. I pray that I may be a part of the forces for good in the world. I just don't pray for that. I do it. I do it. You need to do it. Don't just pray for it. If you pray for it and sit around, nothing's going to happen. And this is the weakness that I'm tired of. Tired of it. I am. So, all right. Well, I hope everybody has a good day. I still feel like crap. I know I sound better, but I don't know if I'm going to make it to the church again today. So, of course, I got no backup. Maybe this is just God telling me to end it. I don't know. And I'm not saying that as self-pity. I'm just figuring out the right thing. So, all right. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Whoever was here, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I love you. Peace out and have a day. Bye-bye.